This is the Yelang V1020. It is a watch from Hong Kong that I've been looking at online for about 2 years. I desired to get an automatic watch with Tritium for myself, and this one somehow spoke to me. I finally pulled the plug and I got my friend to order it due to a situation with my mailbox, and unknowingly to the seller, it was coming to me, a silly watch reviewer on YouTube. I chose it because it was blue. It was the right size, has a Seiko movement, and the sapphire crystal. It sufficiently ticked all the boxes of my criteria, but what I didn't know is that there were so many things wrong with just about everything involving this watch. This thing infuriated me. I demanded rectification, and at the same time, throwing it into a river of lava would have been perfectly acceptable and satisfying. The thing is, I decided to keep it. The more I played with it, the more existential my thoughts became. This Yelang does work, yet it's flawed, just like me. But unlike me, it is not at fault for what it is. Its creators are. Like an adopted child, it will receive my heart and soul, and I'll shape it into the watch it's supposed to be. Hey guys, welcome back to Minitwatch. Kurt here, and boy do I have a lot to say about this Yelang V20, as you can probably assume from the intro video, which took me a long time to make. But before that, I've been pretty absent from videos for about a week because it's been stormy, lots of wind, lots of noise in the studio area. I didn't want to make a video when there's noise in the background, but I said whatever, this has to be made. It's currently kind of calm right now, but expect it to make a comeback with vengeance. Right now there is a humming noise, and let me just pause real quick. Do you hear the humming noise? That's because can confirm we are in a nuclear powered submarine. Anyway, this is the Yelang V1020. Has an NH35A movement with the specs right there in this square right there, and T100 Tritium blue indices, one orange round blue indices on the hands, sapphire crystal supposedly, and some kind of stainless steel piece of tape on the watch, because that's what I do when I go filming. I put tape all over it so it doesn't get scratched, and it's made out of some kind of stainless steel. And before I get into all the things that are wrong in this watch, let's just keep on going with the features of this watch. So some kind of stainless steel. Doubt it's 316L. Highly doubt it's 316L. Might be 315, but it may be 316L. But I'm going to just hazard a guess and say that it's not, but I could be wrong. This whole thing just doesn't inspire me that it is. Has a zero click, zero directional bezel, so you can see there's no clicky. You cannot move it, obviously, because it has that strange cut situation. But that's not why I bought this watch. I bought it because I thought it looked cool, and I wanted a watch with Tritium because I don't have one. All the watches that I have reviewed in the past were all my friend's watch who lives five minutes from me. So I wanted one for myself, and I didn't want to spend $11,500 from a ball instead. So I've been looking at this for about a year, and I finally did it. And let's just briefly check out the measurements, shall we? Boom. Case 41.4 millimeters, lug to lug 47.5 millimeters, lug width 21 millimeters, thickness 13.4 millimeters. So let's put it on my wrist. I'm wearing my wrist check from Minitwatch. It's crazy. Wearing my Casio World Time, and just put that here. And let's just put this on my wrist. Now I thought this was going to be a 40 millimeter watch, but it does measure out to be about 41.4. But it does fit pretty nice, and it is fairly nice. Now let's just get into all the little details, shall we? Before I start ripping on this watch. Let's just get into the little details. Bezel is some kind of maybe anodized situation. It doesn't move. There is a screw down crown, and it is signed screw down crown. The case is all kinds of contoured and beveled and cut. And there's that dial. Yelang, big ass Yelang, twice, 2 times the Yelang. It says 2 times. Let me just get there. See, it says Yelang, and then in the logo, another Yelang. and that's a bit unnecessary. They should have just put the logo and omitted the secondary Yelang. That was unnecessary, but that's what they did. And everything else is pretty okay. The hands are typical of ones that have tritium inside, and it actually works pretty good. The tritium, the blue tritium, it works really good. We'll get to that later. Now, it says exquisite on the dial, and that doesn't make me very happy. It should not say exquisite, and I'll show you why. Let's just get my phone here. Let's see if she listens to me. Okay, boo boo. Okay, boo boo. This one I want to listen to me. This one is listen. Okay, I gotta kill everything. Okay, boo boo. The definition of exquisite. This one is, this tablet is doing it. Just shut the hell up, other. Okay, boo boo. What is the definition of exquisite?
Here's the definition of
Jesus.
exquisite. Extremely beautiful and typically delicate.
Extremely beautiful. It is not. It is not extremely beautiful. Guys, is this an extremely beautiful watch? Is it extremely beautiful? No. And typically delicate. I sure hope it's not typically delicate, because that means I made an extremely bad purchase, even more so than I've already done. Hey, Uncle Jimmy, get up here real quick. It was see this thing right here? Yeah. Is it exquisite? Nope. All right, okay. Uncle Jimmy says it. It's true. So that needs to go. I don't like that it says exquisite. That's just a waste of time. Whatever. I don't really care, but yet I do at the same time. Bracelet got some shiny bits in the middle between the brushings. It's a little sliver of shiny bits. And here is the case back. As you can see, it's got some case back goodness showing off that, oh, so well done. Not actually totally stock, not even done up movement, the NH35 movement, just totally plain movement. They could have gone with I would rather they have gone with a solid back instead of a display back, because that ain't nothing to show off right there, guys. That's just a regular old movement. Looks like a Seiko 5, but that's okay. So this watch is 100-meter water resistance, so they claim. Now let's just start off with the crown. The crown is ridiculously coarse, and it's just not a good screw-in crown situation. You put the crown in, and you just hear, it's like getting your teeth drilled. You know, have you ever gotten your teeth drilled? It's like, and you're just like, oh, it's that smell. There's no smell from this way. A little bit of a smell, but it is just a very terrible wine screw down situation. Maybe with over time it'll kind of break in, but out of the box I can't even get that sucker on. Sometimes it gets stuck, and that's just a bad thing. So strike one, crappy crown. We can omit that exquisite thing. That is not a flaw, that is just a design disaster. But that's strike one, the crown. Strike two. Now this is interesting. This watch came with a very interesting and awesome extra feature, which is blood on the 20 marker right there. See that big old red blood mark right there? That's just blood. That's just straight up blood. Somebody's Chinese DNA is just right in there, right? Just saying hello. We are gonna make the noodle, but it's probably paint. Now, how did paint get on there? How did paint get on there from the manufacturer? Just look at that. Would you just look at it? Just a kamikaze dot right there on the 20. And that is strike two. Strike three is, I'm gonna try my best to get this in the film. Okay. You see that that squiggly line right there on the glass? That is on the underside of the glass, under the glass, not on top. Wiping the crap out of it. Wiping the crap out of it. Look, let's get a microfiber cloth, shall we? Wiping the crap out of it. It's on the underside of the friggin' glass, and there's another little, like a scuff. I don't know if you can see that. There, you can see. It's right there, moving it back and forth. First impression of this watch, not good, guys. Not a good thing. Very, very bad. And now let's go with this here. I don't think I even need to zoom up. Look at that. Would you just look at this? it's just kind of loosey loose. This is not even the bad side. Spring bars are incorrect. I think they use the incorrect spring bars. Now look at this one. This one is just a beauty. Whoo, would you just look at that? That just all kinds of floppity floppy. Strike number, what is that, 3? Strike 3. And what else do we have here that's terrible? Oh, you guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. Now before I talk about it, the sides of the bracelets are polished pretty nicely, and overall the bracelet is polished nicely. There are some elements that are not so good. The case isn't very well polished. It looks like it is, but you can tell that there are some haphazard marks here and there. I will try to show that to you in detail right now. And focus. I don't know if you can see them too well. I don't know if you can see this lug right here. Some parts are polished a little bit. It's a little bit more polished in the center than the outsides. And it's really, the camera isn't really seeing it that good. But it's not very well polished. It's not a very well brushed bracelet. And there's some scratches that I have provided you with for your entertainment right there. That is free of charge. Right here, can you see the polishing? There's like a low point where they polish a little bit too much, and it's just not a very good bracelet, not a very well set up bracelet. And here's the Yelang logo on this part of the bracelet. The clasp, the buckle is actually really well done. But here's where it gets super interesting. Micro adjustments. So there are 3 micro adjustments, except there aren't 3 micro adjustments. Now if you take a look at the bracelet right here, okay, so the bracelet is supposed to go into the buckle to be micro adjusted, right? Now if you just look at that right there, do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Do you see where it's like cut into the link? And do you see the inability for the bracelet to go into the buckle for the micro adjustment? It's not going to happen, guys. It is not going to happen. That is not a situation that you can make work unless you bend the crap out of this buckle, but then shit won't fit. And just a terrible, terrible mistake by Yelang. A super, super newbie mistake. There's a better angle for you guys. Super newbie mistake. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And strike 4. Strike 4, guys. Fox 4, you are shot down. And very terrible thing. Now, strike 4.5 is that this is a 21mm lug width, as mentioned previously. So I don't have any straps. Shout out to Barton Watch Bands. I don't have any straps that can fit this currently. And I don't know. This is such a disappointment. Now, before we check the Lume, I ordered this watch through my friend because something to do with my mailbox. Not going to get into it. And when we got it, my friend was quick to point out all the details, all the things that went wrong with this watch. And I said, okay, let's get my money back, or let's get a new one. The seller was adamant that all I had to do was get alcohol and wipe this thing off. But you know, it's under the glass, and I'm pretty sure I know my way around watches. I've taken apart many watches. I know that this has to be addressed on the underside, and they didn't address the little paint thing and everything else that's just terrible about this watch. They offered a $25 refund, and I'm just like, that's terrible. So my friend went through Amazon because the manufacturer refused to replace it or do anything about it. So Amazon contacted the seller and made the seller accept the full refund or return for full refund. But I decided to keep it because I wanted to make this video and show you guys what I got. I mean, maybe this is not a common example. Maybe I just got a really terrible example, but this is what I got. First impression. Thank you for that watch. And buy these Yelang watches at your own risk. So now let's check the Lume, shall we? Check the Lume. Check the forget it. Fuck that watch. Fuck that. Oh, okay. Well, let's just snap into it. Okay, guys, we're back. We're gonna check the Lume. Sorry, there's no song. Uncle Jimmy's not feeling up for it, and since we don't need to Lume the other watch, we're just gonna Lume this patty mask real quick, and then boom, there you go. So obviously the patty mask is going to roast the Yelang out of the box. It's just gonna straight up roast it, but you can see the Yelang watch. You can see the Lume, and as beautiful as the Patty Mass Lume is with its blue and green greatness, is wonderful sultry blue and green, just a delight. The lovely blue Tritium from this Yelang watch will just be like this all day, 24/7, all day. I put this on my nightstand next to my bed, and when I wake up to go pee, it's just glowing. You know, it's just glowing. Your eyes get used to it, and it's just a beautiful thing to see at night when you wake up to go shishi. And this is what they got right. The Tritium is good. It's gotten right. It's giving me cancer in my wrist because of all the radioactivity. No, it's not. I made that up. Doesn't happen. And I'm actually really stoked about this part. So Patty Mass still kind of glowing because that is a really good watch. So just look at that Patty Mass glow. It's so nice. I love that. Anyway, let's get back to the regular ISO level, ISO 400, and then turn on the lights. Pew. So, as I stated in my intro, why I decided to keep it is because I am going to try to bring this watch back to how it's supposed to be, and maybe even better. I'm going to take out the movement, I'm going to address the situation with the crystal. Maybe I'll even measure it and order a sapphire dome to just make it pop a little bit more. I do love the blue. The bezel doesn't quite match the dial, but it is enough for me to like it. I'm going to try to see if I can somehow scrape up or paint over the blood mark, the kamikaze blood mark right there in the 20 marker. I'm going to, if I can't, maybe I'll even learn how to lume paint. If you guys have any tips and tricks on what the best lume paint is, maybe I'll lume this up and give it like a nice blue lume. That might be something cool. And then I'm going to try to adjust this crown situation, and then maybe even give the bracelet some love. You know, just rebrush it a little bit, especially because I put the scratch of justice right here, the holy scratch of justice, while I fell down the rock filming that intro sequence. I totally fell down a rock and scraped this bracelet. So I'm going to give it some love. I'll report back in another video. Do I recommend this watch? Yes and no. No, because this example was a piece of crap and it will make pretty much any one of you just genuinely upset. Or yes, if you like to be humped in the butt. Or yes, if you're like me and you'd like to get things and fix them to be the way they're supposed to be. Look at that. I'm going to get bigger spring bars to address this situation. And even though they are solid links, it's just not correct. Solid links, solid end links. And it's just, what a disaster of a watch. But at the same time, I'm going to give it a lot of love, and I'm going to make it the way it's supposed to be. Alright, let's see what Ted and Uncle Jimmy have to say about this thing. Hey guys, what's up? What up? What's up? So, you heard me talking about this Yelang watch, and oh, you got your hand in there. You got your hand in the shot. Yeah, you got your hand in there. You're stupid. Hey guys, what's up? What up? What's up? So, you heard me talking about this Yelang watch and all of its idiosyncrasies, and well, it's all of its disastrousness. And is that even a word? It's not a word. Yeah, it's not a word. That's probably a word. But what do you guys think about this Yelang watch? I think you were right, and you should probably throw it into a pit of lava, because what a piece of crap. Ted. So, sorry. I got broken because of how terrible it was that I got broken. But you know what? I really like the idea of you making it the way it's supposed to be, because sometimes you just gotta give things love. You know, and you gotta give it love. You gotta not hate the game, hate the player. Hate the player, not the game. It's supposed to be hate the game, not the player. That's what I said. Oh boy, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I gotta go squeak. Okay, well, Uncle Jimmy's going squeak again. That's a good sign. That's a real good sign. And for you folks watching, thank you very much for checking out this video. Patrick Morrissey, you have won the giveaway. You have won the giveaway. I sent you a message on the comment section, but you maybe didn't see it. Please send me an email to info2@minitwatch.com, or send me a message on Instagram. And may your peanut be happy, and thanks for watching.
Blue is the color of the tones that you sing. Blue is the feeling I get when you're crying on your knees. And blue will the world be when you're gone, when you leave. Blue is a scent in the morning when you smile. Blue is a chill in the shadow of your eyes, and you say